Okay guys, so in today's video, I wanted to have a little chat about an organ that the Habs drafted in the second round of the recent 2021 draft. And the organ I'm talking about is Riley Kidney. Huh? Do you like your kidneys? Cause you're gonna love this kidney. There was an article that was released just yesterday on this guy, and I thought it was a pretty good read. It was actually refreshing to read something positive on Marc Bergevin's draft picks this year, other than, reading about how they drafted Jeffrey Dahmer in the first round. So, let's see what we got here. But first, if you guys are a fan of the Habs, or you hate kidney stones, but you think Riley Kidney is right on, then please consider subscribing to my channel, as I upload a ton of hockey content and would really enjoy having some more of you grasshoppers tag along for the ride. Okay, settle down. So let's start off with the basics here. Riley Kidney is an 18-year-old pup from Enfield, Nova Scotia. He's 5'11", 168 pounds, 170 when he puts rocks in his pockets. And he was selected 63rd overall by Marc Bergevin and friends in the recent 2021 draft. During his first season in the Q, he managed to muster up 33 points in 59 games. But get a load of this. In his second season, Kidney turned up the heat, and he went over a point per game with 38 points in 33 games. Not too shabby. And if you slide your eyes to the right here, during the playoffs, he turned up the heat once more, getting 17 points in 9 games. When it mattered the most, which is pretty cool, because some guys, as we all know, disappear in the playoffs. Poof! Gone. Get out of here, Marner. Get. In fact, this is kind of funny because the CHL Twitter handle actually compared Riley Kidney's game to none other than, give me a drum roll, you guessed it, Mitch Marner. Now seriously, Marner, come on, get out of here. Jeez. Anyway, moving on. Here are some of the things that his head coach, Mario Durocher, would have to say about him. Quote, Riley can process everything at a very high speed and makes life on coaches much easier. I trust him explicitly in almost every situation. One of the best things about Riley is his ability to dictate the pace of the game. Thanks to his skill with the puck and his intelligence, he can slow it down or speed it up according to what the situation dictates. I know what you guys are thinking. That's awesome. Sounds pretty darn good. The article continues, quickly earning the trust of your head coach doesn't necessarily qualify as an asset in traditional hockey analysis, but if you're making the head coach's job easier, there's a very high likelihood it'll translate into more opportunities and thus more chances to progress to the next level. And though he does play in every situation for the Titan, Kidney's greatest strengths, when it comes to scoring, remains within the realm of his 5-on-5 play. In 38 games, Kidney scored 13 goals and 15 assists, but only 9 of these points came on the power play. In other words, when all things are equal, Kidney has a penchant for outshining his opponents. That's awesome. He's a great playmaker, explained Jerome Berube, head scout for hockeyprospect.com. He's very good at 5-on-5. In fact, he's one of the best draft-eligible players in that respect. What he did at 5-on-5 was very impressive. And much like Kidney's head coach, Berube is impressed by Kidney's intelligence. Sounds like we got a little pinball wizard on our hands. You can't guarantee a player will make it to the NHL based on intelligence alone, but it does take on significant value when discussing players who were drafted beyond the first round. It's never a bad idea to gamble on smart players, said Berube. The older they get, the tougher the challenges become, and the better suited they'll be to adapt to the situation. There are a lot of players in the draft, but if you can put your hands on the smart player that's progressing nicely, you're improving your odds that they'll eventually make it to the big leagues. So yeah, our boy, Kidney. He's been getting a lot of praise for what's between his ears. Which is definitely a good thing. He's one of these guys that I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on during the upcoming season. He took some big strides during last season, and with his coaches basically saying they can use him anywhere, in every situation, he's going to be getting a lot of ice time. And who knows what he's going to be capable of doing with it. Anyway, guys, that does it for this video. If any of you grasshoppers got any additional information on Mr. Kidney, let me know down there in the dirty old comment section, and I'll see you next time.